Hello, welcome back to English class. Once again, I would like to remind you don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and press the bell icon. Today, the topic of our discussion is note making. I would like to request you to lend me your ears, eyes, as well as minds also. The passage type 2 requires an advanced writing skill. It is acquiring increasing importance due to the knowledge explosion. You can call this passage type 2 rather note making. Note making is a means to capture the key ideas of a given passage in an easily readable, logically structured format. Note making helps you express yourself in real life situations. Thus, note making can be a wonderful tool to make notes in class, share notes with each other, and even revise for an exam. Since one cannot remember all that one has read, one makes notes to record all the important or key points for the future reference. So in note making, you have to identify the main points, condense information, and organize it systematically. My dear students, you have to comprehend the passage and find out some important guidelines. What are they? First, what is the passage about? You'll have to find out. Second, what is its main topic? And third, what are its main components? Now, I am going to just tell you what you are supposed to do before starting note making. Write the points in a sequence. Second, neither miss out the important points nor do include irrelevant points. Use symbols, abbreviations, etc., and omit articles, prepositions, and conjunctions since these are not so important parts in a sentence. Fourth, use of first few letters. Example, education, you can write edu. Important, you can write imp. Fifth, use of main consonants of the word. For example, let's take the word composition and you can write compstin. Sixth point, use of apostrophe in between the word. Example, spak, you can write it by contracting spk apostrophe mark g. My dear students, now I am going to just provide you with some guidelines for preparing note making and summary writing. Very important point. First one, read the passage carefully. One time reading is not sufficient. Second, frame a heading or title based on the central idea and write it in the middle of the page. My dear students, generally you can find out the title in the very first line. Third point, frame subheadings based on the idea which have been associated with main idea or central idea. Fourth point, frame points and subpoints related to subheadings. Fifth, all subheadings or points of the same level should be written at the same uniform distance from the margin. It gives a very good look. Understood? So take care of this. All subheadings or points of the same level should be written at the same uniform distance from the margin. Next, indenting. My dear students, indent means to start a line of print or writing further away from the edge of the page. And I would like to advise you, don't write the numbering, for example 1, 1.1. Don't write these inside margin. All these should come out of margin, since these are the parts of your answer. Only you are supposed to write question numbering can be given only, for example question number 1, so that should be written within margin. But these very often students make mistake, they write heading subheading and points means subheadings inside margin. This is wrong means. Next, logical sequencing of the subheadings and points is essential. Logical sequencing of the subheadings and points. Points, another name subheadings. Understood? Next, do not write full sentences. You are supposed to use phrases and clauses. Use abbreviations whenever necessary. Next, using all the important points in the notes, prepare a cohesive and coherent summary in about 100 words. Next, in the summary, use third person indirect speech and the past tense wherever possible. Next, write the summary in complete sentence in a paragraph. Understood? Here in summary writing, you will have to write complete sentences with a suitable title. Remember to be short and brief, and strictly adhere to word limit. And my dear students, students make a mistake in exams, we observe that they write summary, they take the lines from the comprehension passage. No, this is wrong means. You will have to write summary from the notes that you have prepared. Understood? So I think if you follow these points, so it's not difficult to just score the maximum. That means 4 out of 4 from note making and 4 out of 4 from summary writing. Now I would like to just tell you something about mechanics of note making. I am going to tell about abbreviations. Use of abbreviations. You can use form like UNO, CBSE, NCERT. So capitalized words you can use. Second, arithmetic symbols also can be used in abbreviations. Understood? This just like greater than, understood? There is slash, kg, percentage, etc. Understood? Next, commonly used in newspapers, magazines, etc. For example, S, SC, GOVT, ENG, SANS, these can be written. And fourth point, invented. First and last few letters of the words with a dot at the end. For example, EDUL, POLN, POPN, MFG. And my dear students, don't forget to give proper indentation. Again, I would like to remind you to use proper indentation. Don't write the subheadings numbering, for example 1 subheading ka 1 to 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. These all should be written out of the margin. And in this I am going to show you one example also I have given, that is within a very short span. Understood? A heading is a point I have given here. Next subheading. Next subheadings under subheadings points and subpoints. Understood? So 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Next 1.3 के अंडर में you are supposed to use 1.3.1, that has become sub point, and you can use 1.3.2, this is also one of the sub points. Next sub point number 2, so you are supposed to use 2.1, point 2.2, point 2.3, and I think 2.3 up to 3. Next you go to third subheading, third points 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and you can use sub points also. So you are advised to use as many as 3 to 4 subheadings. Understood? And each subheading should have 3 points, or you can add in any point, you can add 2 sub points. Understood? So I think you have understood how to write a good note, and from that very note how to write a very good summary. And my dear students, as far once again I would like to remind you, as far as summary writing is concerned, strictly adhere to word limit. Here in summary you are supposed to use complete sentences, but in note making you are not supposed to use complete sentences, you are supposed to use phrases. Understood? So no need to write grammatically complete sentences in note making. I think you have understood. Thank you, since you have listened to me with a lot of patience. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and press the bell icon. Thank you.